Yeah, welcome to another segment of Motivation McGee. Today's topic, we're going to talk about my life. Yeah, let everybody get to know me, what I've been through, some things. If you got some questions, leave it in the comments, and I'm pretty sure I can get to your answer. It might touch some of your lives, touch some of your lives, make you think about some of the things you have been through. But I just want to share this with you all. Now, the beginning of my life, as far as I can remember, from what I was told by the doctors, my mom, of what the doctors told my mom and my family, I was born with cerebral palsy. I had a 30% chance of living. And I kind of started taking in the information that they told me when I was, let's say about 4 or 5. I learned pretty quickly. As I don't know if it's just a disability that made my mind more stronger, but it was grace from God that I was able to make it through with having a 30% chance of living. You know, and when I eventually started seeing what my disability was, as far as having to walk with a walker, I was crawling. I couldn't walk at first. And I developed, started walking with a walker, learned how to catch my balance and all of that. And then I started walking on my own, using canes, crutches, had braces on my legs, and at the time I say about, I was reading the newspaper at 5. So I'm gonna let you know that too. That's why I know I'm smart about my mind. But I actually started building myself up, let's say about 7 or 8. I went to all type of schools. I started off going to a school with children with disability. It was a good thing to experience it, but it kind of was hard on my mind because I was like I wanted to fit in. I wanted to fit in with the way I seen people walking regular, and I was very rebellious in my life, but toward that. But as I got older, I got over that. Times I didn't want people to see my braces on my legs. But hey, I got older. So I say about time went along, I say about 10, somewhere up in there, starting to be a teenager. I started trying to ride bikes. I can ride a bike, I can drive a car. I was driving cars. I was amazing people at the things that I was doing. And like people like, hey, this boy, I fall, I get back up, start moving. So I just like to put that into a lot of people that has a disability. Don't never stop trying because you can always be what you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you you cannot do it. Do it. For real. I'm a living witness to it. So I grew up around superstars, celebrities, um, Sammy Davis Jr., Lola Falana, people in those sorts, old timers. But it's still, I'm glad I can be able to, let you all hear this story of all that, of me being 43 now. But I always said I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to make a movie of my life. And as time went on, I got older, I started driving, went through some troubles in my life, dealing with my dad, overdosing to a heroin, and my mom, she did some things in her life to where she was you know, had to be incarcerated. By the grace of God, she was freed. And, and that's the most thing that hurt my heart when they took my mom and pops away. So I lost a lot of foundation. My foundation was crumbled. So it took on me to be even stronger. From that point on, went to school. You know, I was kind of messing up at school. You know, just thinking about all the stuff I was going through in this little small period of time. Let's say within a year and a half, things like that. All this happened in a few months, years, and stuff like that. So when all of this happened, I went in the shell and I isolated myself from a lot of people because due to the media putting my family life story, my mother's life story on national television, I kind of stepped back because it was like they was trying to say she was a bad person and how society looked at it, they would have looked at it as she was a bad person. But really, she's not. Sweet at heart, got the heart of gold. But I let that go on. Um, just kept living, you know, and just wanted the best from what I was living as before. I wanted the best then, and it kind of slipped away. Started hanging out, started getting introduced to alcohol, marijuana. You know, I didn't have my fun out there in the streets. I ran the streets. I beat the streets. I left. But one thing you can't take from me is that knowledge I learned from the streets. You know, I can never forget that. All my great people. And, you know, I kicked it. I had fun when I was in the streets. But that's nothing to brag on. And, you know, I wish I could have did a little bit better when I was in them streets. But now I have developed and, you know, I'm living as a king, holding up my foundation for my family, my wife and my two daughters. I wasn't thinking about kids when I was at a younger age, in my teens and stuff like that. And I had all the little girls on my team, but it was more like I was on that money, because that's where I had came from, and that's where I had been showed all my life, loyalty and respect, things like that. And time went along, you know, and like I said, I had my daughters, and it was a blessing to me. After all those years, I think that's when God gave me a message to chill out. It's your time to be the king and play your part. No matter what nobody says or does, you have to play your part. And that's what mainly made me come up with my logo, Motivation Equals Success. I always have to strive for the best. As long as I stay motivated, I can get some success out of somewhere. So now, you know, throughout my years, I'm 43, like I say, and some things I'm trying to do now is a little bit slower, like networking, promoting. That's what I love to do, and that's what I'm working on. A little artwork, you know, trying to get this label, Bulletproof Kids. I do have a label coming out with Bulletproof Kids, and it's coming 2021. What more can I say? I love my life. I love to be around my family, and I'm very funny when it comes to having fun with people. My thing is, I'm trying to put things together to project a documentary and speak about different things, like some people in life just see the streets. No, let's get up out of that. Get up out of that. You know, can always use your street mind to make it for. You don't have to be in the streets. You know, I know a lot. I've been through a lot. And I just want to express some things with you all. And still to this day, I'm trying to make it all the way to the top of the mountain. But to all my peoples out there, I just want to let y'all know I love y'all. I just wanted to express some of the things of how I was raised and, my living in life. I like to travel. I'm a traveling man. One minute I'm at one spot, next minute I'm at another spot. I'm a traveling man. I don't move from house to house, but I do like to travel. I like to find things in life. And if you ever want to tap in and come in and, you know, leave the comments, share this, subscribe to my channel. I subscribe to yours. But let's tap in and see what we can get going.